Start. Dim.
Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, back for another iOS app video. And today I'm going to show you another music app that I really like. And I'm going to show you the Amazon Cloud Player app today. And this is what I use
Cloud Player.
as an alternative
Selected.
to
Cloud Player.
iTunes.
Cloud.
So
Button.
a lot of people, they'll just use iTunes by default, especially if you're in the Apple ecosystem. Especially when they had their kind of their media, they had their protected media business. I really didn't want any of that because you were locked to using it with iTunes and on that device, and the whole just authorizations was just a complete mess, and I didn't want to deal with any of that. I just preferred the old MP3s and stuff like that. So I never really got into the whole iTunes thing. So thankfully, Amazon in the last couple of years has come up with their own little music service, and I gotta say, it's actually quite good. You can go to their Amazon website, and you can buy songs, you can buy albums, you can buy all of that stuff just like you can with iTunes. And they came out with a Amazon Cloud Player app, both available on Android and iOS. And I do have it on both, and it does seem to work pretty well on both mobile operating systems. So it's a pretty straightforward app. What we have here is I just open it up, and we are on my main screen. If I start at the top left of the
Cloud button.
The screen, I can view all of my music that is in the cloud that is stored on Amazon server, or I can
Device button.
Look at what I've actually downloaded to my device, and we'll get to that here shortly.
Settings button.
Settings button. Let me jump in there real quick, because there's a couple things I want to make note of here. So if you buy something in the Amazon store
Manage download.
and you don't want to, or you don't see it appearing in your library, they do have
Refresh Cloud Library.
Refresh Cloud Library. You can do that on your device, and so it'll go out to the servers and go, oh, okay, hey, I see you have more albums or more songs available, and so you can do that. I've had to do that a couple times after I've bought some items.
Auto download Amazon MP3 purchases.
I turn that off because if I did that, I've bought a fair amount of music actually from Amazon, and so I really wouldn't have much room on my device if I did that. So I just I kind of choose to do everything manually because I want control of what actually gets downloaded and where things appear. So
Download and stream only on Wi-Fi.
Download and stream only on Wi-Fi. I turn that off because I use it on my data connection all the time.
Show music you play in Cloud Player on Facebook.
And again, I've kind of mentioned the Facebook thing already, so I'm not really going to bother mentioning it more here, but I do not do any of that social business, so there you go.
Streaming cache size.
You can set your streaming cache size, so if you find things that are buffering too often or something, you can kind of play with those settings.
Add playlist from device.
So I can actually add playlists from device, like import from my iTunes library, which is kind of cool if you do that. Again, I really don't use iTunes, so I'm not really able to take advantage of that feature, but it's nice to see some interoperability there. There are some other stuff down below, but again, I'm not going to show like my account
button.
information and stuff like that. So,
Selected.
there's some nice settings in there. So right now we're looking at all of my cloud music that I have on there. So below the tabs, like this one, they don't have the tabs across the bottom like they do in most apps. This one just chooses to have your cloud and device tabs right across the top. Then below that you have
Playlists button.
I have playlists, which I haven't really made any of yet.
Artists button.
I can sort by artists.
Selected. Albums button.
I have it sorted by albums currently.
Songs button.
I can sort by song.
Genres button.
Genres, so that's kind of nice.
Search cloud music. Search field.
And I can search cloud music, so anything that I have in my cloud library, I can do a search for it. So if I want to pull up a quick artist without going through, I think it said I have like 190 some items in my album list right now, so going through that and trying to find the one that I wanted, and it's just quicker to search. One thing I will mention, just like a lot of the book apps that we covered, you cannot buy music from Amazon within this app. It is just a cloud player. However, Amazon did make a kind of a cool little Apple version of their MP3 store. So if you just go to, I believe it's mp3.amazon.com in Safari right on your phone, it brings up this cool version of the web page where it kind of just looks like another little, almost like an app. And you can do your search for artists and preview songs and buy albums and all that kind of stuff. Just a nice little mobile version of their web page where you can really quickly just buy music on your device without having to deal with the full graphical website. So really nice there. But once you have it purchased, it'll all appear in here. Below my search field, it just starts going through my albums that I have it currently sorted, because I'm looking at albums right now.
15 Degrees Off Cool, Bill Engvall, 12 songs.
That's a pretty funny one.
2010 Cool Tour New Artist Sampler.
So
Various artists.
I do have a lot of samplers on here. There was a while where Amazon had a promo. You could get like a whole bunch of these like samples and like kind of variety things for free. So I grabbed a whole bunch of them just to see if I could discover some new artists and things.
2011 Metal Blade Records Sampler, 3 Balloons Explicit, the 5th annual of the World Tour Explicit.
Yeah, 3 Balloons.
Crystal
We're definitely
Retired.
not going to play that one because that is definitely really, really crazy. That's a Stephen Lynch. You want to look him up. He is really, really crazy. And we'll leave it at that.
3 Balloons the 5th annual end of the World Tour Explicit, the 99 Darkest Pieces of Classical Music. Various artists.
So, I mean, I could just keep going down, use my 3-finger gesture, and I could go through all of my stuff that I have here.
Search cloud
Let's
music.
do a search.
Search field. Search field.
And let's say that I want to look for some Pink Floyd.
Capital P. Capital I. B. N. N. K. K.
All right, so I'm just going to stop there, and I've narrowed it down, so I should have some results here.
Dark Side of the Moon. Pink Floyd. 9 songs.
There we go, some nice Pink Floyd there.
Dark Side of the Moon 30th Anniversary SACD. The Wall. Disc 1. Pink Floyd.
I have The Wall,
13
Disc 1 and
songs.
2.
Dark Side of the Moon.
So let's
Pink
say that I
Floyd.
want Dark
9
Side of the
songs.
Moon.
Back. Button.
Now, if I wanted to, here is my album screen, and I can just go to a certain track and double tap it. It'll start playing, and I will maybe do that just to show you the now playing screen. I also have, let me start in the top left again.
Back
I have a
button.
back button. If I swipe to the right,
Dark Side of the Moon. Download. Button.
download button. So again, we're looking at the cloud. So if I want to download this album to my device, I just do that right now, and it would just start downloading until all these songs until they're complete. I don't know. I know how to do it via like by album, and maybe if I sort by song, I might be able to do it that way, because if I look at my album view and let's say that I only wanted to download like 3 or 4 songs from an album, I'm not sure how to do that in album view, but I think if I were to search, like if I were to sort by song instead of album and then look for a certain song, I might be able to do an individual song download that way. But so then below that we've got,
Dark Side of the Moon.
there's my title.
Shuffle. Button.
I just play the album in shuffle.
Speak to me / breathe. 1. On the Run. 2. Time. 3. The Great Gig in the Sky. 4.
So sure, let's go to Great Gig in the Sky. Why not?
Hide. Button.
And I'm going to pause it
Pause.
so
Button.
you can hear okay.
Play.
So this is the now playing screen. So
Hide.
again, I'm going to start at the top. We got a hide thing, which will hide it, but it'll let it keep playing. And when I do have it playing in the background, I can use my 2-finger double tap to play and pause, so I don't have to always jump back to the to this now playing screen to play pause. And in the app, you should also, if I remember correctly, in a lot of areas, see the little play control somewhere on there as well. Let me flick to the right.
The Great Gig in the Sky. List. Button.
So there's my list.
List. On the Run. The Great Gig in the Sky.
So that's kind of a quick way, without leaving the screen, I can view the track list.
List. button.
And then on the bottom, I've got
50%. Adjustable.
my volume. Come on.
Previous. Button.
I can go previous track,
Play.
play,
Button. Next.
next
Button.
track,
Repeat. Button.
and of course my repeat toggle.
Shuffle. Button.
And my shuffle, I could turn that on and off. So, you know, pretty standard playback features. But, yeah, I mean, there you go. That's,
Back. Button.
right. So now, you notice on the bottom, whereas before I didn't have it, I notice
Play.
visually
Button.
here,
Previous.
because I actually have a track active now, even though it's paused, I have my list, but on the bottom it is kind enough to give me
Previous. But play. Next.
previous,
Button.
play, and next, and also
The Great Gig in the Sky.
it gives me the current track name that is playing, so I can just quickly reference that. I don't always have to pop into the now playing screen. So that is, again, a really nice feature. And one thing I should mention about a lot of these audio apps, like even like, you know, the Amazon, the Pandora, the Slacker Radio, when you have the device locked and you're playing a song, the nice thing that I really like about these apps with iOS is that the lock screen will display the current album art, and more importantly, it'll tell you the artist, album, and song title. So you, with VoiceOver on, you can just, it's right below the time, right below the big clock on your lock screen, and you can easily see what is playing without having to actually unlock the device. So really great for that. So I do really like that feature. But you know, really that's
X-Rat.
that's really about all there is to
Pink. Search
the
field.
Amazon Cloud Player. Let me close.
Cancel.
Let me
Button.
cancel this search. Now we're back to the
Settings.
main home
Button.
page. And again, like I said, all I could
Selected.
do,
Device.
I could go
Button.
device.
Selected.
These are a
Device.
few things that I've put on my device for now, just to temporarily check things out.
Greatest hits. The Who.
That's one of my favorite albums that I got there.
Back. Button.
I went to see these guys in concert last year, and they were rocking. I mean, they did a really, really great job. So that was a really great concert to go to. But
Substitute. 4. I can't explain. My generation. The kids are all right. Substitute. Happy Jack. 5. Download. Dimmed. Pictures of Lily. Download. Dimmed. Button.
okay, it just wasn't really visible. Okay, so sometimes now I am getting the download to the. If I flick to the right after each track,
I can see 4 miles. Download. Dimmed.
I forgot
Button.
about that. Yeah, that they do have the download link to the right of every track, so that is really helpful. So these are just, you know, I could just play these, and these will play locally on my device, no data connection required. So you do have that
Back
ability
button.
to get songs from your Amazon Cloud Player or Amazon Cloud Drive into your device. And
App switcher. X-Rack.
it works similarly to iTunes as far as
Ready.
I can upload music from my, if I already have a music library on my computer, I can upload those to the Amazon Cloud service, and there is a PC and a Mac client for doing that. And if you buy the music directly through Amazon, it gets automatically added to your cloud library, and you can download it to your device or your computer as well. And the nice thing is, I forget how much they give you by default. I want to say it's a few gig anyway. But if you buy the music directly from Amazon, it doesn't count toward your limit. So you can put X number of gig. I want to say it's like 20 gig or it's a lot of songs. But you can put that of your own music on there. But if you buy stuff from Amazon, it will not count towards your limit, which is kind of nice. So I've done a mixture of both. And this is what I use as my iTunes alternative. And so far, I really like it. Again, I'm not tied to Apple or anything. I can use it on my computer, my phone, my tablets, wherever. So that has been a quick look at the Amazon Cloud Drive app. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later.